Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome inside Kindred High School in Kindred, North Dakota for Region 1 Volleyball. We've got the Wahpeton Huskies visiting the hometown Kindred Vikings here on Your Live Event. Thanks for joining us here on a fall Tuesday night nearing the end of October, which means it is about time for playoff volleyball. Region 1 will be going to Valley City for their tournament. Coming up November 10th is the start date for that tournament. We'll run the 10th, 11th, and 13th. We'll have audio-only coverage of that tournament on yourliveevent.com, so make sure to stay tuned throughout the coming weeks for your teams being on for audio-only coverage of the Region 1 volleyball tournament. Tonight's matchup features the Wahpeton Huskies sitting at 2-20, 0-10 in the region so far this year. Been rough sledding for them, just kind of in that rebuilding phase right now, but there's some good talent coming up on this roster. Region 1's just a difficult place to play right now with a lot of talent running up and down. That player to watch out for on the Huskies tonight that I'll have my eyes on is the freshman Michaela Little. She's got some good length to her. She's got a really good serve, so we'll keep an eye on that tonight, and she definitely's got the most hitting power and jumping ability, so we'll look for her to be a big factor for the Huskies. And on the other side, the Kindred Vikings currently at 14-9, 6-4 within the region under head coach Harley Bunke. They have one remaining match after this one against Central Cass, and we'll get to around our first break just the implications that match could end up having for the Region 1 standings. Player that I'm watching tonight, as always, for Kindred, Taylor Sanders, is one to watch that could lead the way in kills likely tonight, and just as a force on offense and defense for this Vikings squad. So we'll take a break here on Your Live Event, come back and talk about some standings implications and what this match has to offer in terms of those Region 1 standings when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six. Ford takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com. Josh Boyka with you here on the call on a Tuesday night from Kindred for Wahpeton and Kindred going at it here this evening. And let's take a look at the Region 1 standings. Up at the top, Valley City, 12-4 overall, 9-2 within the region. Oak Grove trails by just a win, but it's going to be hard for Oak Grove to make that up in quick fashion. Valley City is in control of their destiny. Just one more win for them would lock up the Region 1 first seed and a first round bye going into the tournament at Valley City. Oak Grove is in position to get that 2 seed. 22-8 overall, 8-2 within the region. They will have the Huskies on November 4th as the final match of the year for both of those teams in regular season. And if Oak Grove is able to win that match, they will have locked up that number 2 slot. Central Cass is currently third at 7-4 within the region, followed closely by these Kindred Vikings here at 6-4. And the reason that's important is because the final match of the year is going to be a battle for that 3rd seed, likely, with Kindred if they are able to win tonight against Wahpeton, who has not yet had a Region 1 victory this year. If Kindred is able to get this win tonight, they would be tied with Central Cass at 7-4. Central Cass just has 1 region match remaining, and that is the head-to-head against Kindred. So that'll be going on here on November 4th. Likely will be a battle for who gets the 3, who gets the 4. Josh, what does that mean? What is the implication of that? Well, it just it moves you up a seed and it changes who you are going to play in the first round. Valley City gets the first round bye, likely, and then Oak Grove would get Wahpeton, hypothetically, if those standings hold. And then the 3 seed ends up getting the Lisbon Broncos, who are 4-19 on the year, 2-8 within the region. The loser of Central Cass versus Kindred on November 4th, if it ends up being that head-to-head for the 3rd seed, would get Northern Cass, the 5 seed, who is 11-12 on the year, 4-6 within the region. And that's a tougher opponent there with Northern Cass. If you end up catching them in tournament time, it's definitely not going to be a gimme. They do have some pieces that can keep feisty in a tournament-style match. Been able to see that Jaguars roster a few times this year, and early in the year against teams like Mayport, CG, and Carrington, which are the top 2 seeds in Region 2. They were able to take those games very deep into 5 sets and even come out on top of some 5-setters early in the year. That Nick Tice-led squad of the Jaguars is not someone that you're necessarily wishing for in that 5 seed slot. So that's why you want to get the 3 seed. So you're going to be playing Lisbon instead of Northern Cass. But there's still a lot of things that could happen between now and then that change things, and who knows what's going to happen in tournament time. Anyone is capable of pulling off an upset or a victory just in that tournament style. Never know what's going to happen, but that's what's at stake here tonight. Kindred will, with a win, lock up the 4 seed and will not be passed by Northern Cass, that means, and then force that all-important November 4th match here against the Squirrels for who gets the 3 and Lisbon and who gets the 4 and Northern Cass. We'll take another break here on YourLiveEvent.com and come back with some keys to the match and then some of the other games going around in the area.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Josh Boyka with you on the call tonight. We're glad you've joined us, and we're also glad that our sponsors have been on this year, and we really appreciate all of our sponsors as we come to a wrap, pretty close to a wrap on the fall regular season here on Your Live Event. We've got the cross-country state meets in the books last weekend. Playoff football is going on right now, and then playoff volleyball coming up starting November 10th in Valley City, where it'll be the Region 1 tournament, audio only for Your Live Events coverage of the Region 1 tournament. But thank you to our sponsors. They're the reason we can do this night in and night out. Let's get to some keys to the match tonight. First touch and serve receive is going to be a big one. We've seen both of these teams kind of have some good moments and some poor moments this year with serve receive, and whoever is on the right side of that in the match can typically have that upper hand. Michaela Little has an absolute cannon for a serve, and just a big swing for Little, the freshman for Wahpeton, so we'll see if she can steal some points via the ace tonight. And then Kindred just dealing with that first touch from Little and those Wahpeton servers, getting in rhythm and then leading to what they can do best. Nipstad, Sanders, Odegaard getting those hitters rolling early in this one. Ivy Trenbath as well. Just a bevy of options that the Vikings can go to, and Harley Bunky has just a lot at her disposal with this Kindred squad that has some solid hitting power. Other matches going on around the area tonight. Over in Northern Cass, the Jaguars hosting the Grovers, which will give us some clarity on the standings tonight of Oak Grove, who's favored to win that match. If they do, Oak Grove will have locked up at least a 2 seed and an outside shot at the 1 if Valley City happened to drop a game before the end of the regular season. And then Northern Cass would be solidified with a loss into the 5 seed. It'd be an uphill battle just to get to the 4 anyway. Kindred would have to lose tonight, and Northern Cass would have to beat a tough Oak Grove squad and get another win on top of that just to have that tiebreaker. But that will give us some clarity with that Oak Grove Northern Cass game. Chase Miller is on the call in Hunter tonight. Then over in Thompson, Joe Lancello's got Hillsborough Central Valley. The Burros, fresh off of a victory last night against Hatton Northwood. The Burros were able to play that Division B opponent, the Hatton Northwood Thunder. They win in 3 sets last night over in Buxton. They now travel to Thompson today to try and battle against the Tommies, who are on a little bit of a skid right now, but do have a formidable squad, as always, with Lisa Strand at the helm. And then Davies versus North in the AA side of things over in Fargo. Brady Siebels is on the call over in North Fargo tonight. Those are your region or out-of-town scores really here from Kindred. So we'll take a quick break here, give you one more scene setter before we get to National Anthem and starting lineups.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
We'll set you up for set number one with this quick bit right here. Let's take a look at the setters for the game tonight. Taylor Malk will be doing the setting for the Wahpeton Huskies and Mika James's squad. And then on the other side, we'll see a mixture of the setter of Lauren Onken and Collins McQuillan. So they are going to be doing the setting for some of these dangerous hitters for the Viking squad. Ivy Trenbeth will be on the outside, and Kate Odegaard will be in the middle. Taylor Sanders, of course, on the outside. So just a lot of options that Viking squad can go to. And we will now take a break for our national anthem and come back with our starting lineups.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Welcome back here as we join the starting lineups now for the Wahpeton Huskies first. We'll just go top to bottom on that roster. Elise Scovolt is a junior libero. Maya James is a sophomore defensive specialist wearing number 2. Taylor Malk will be doing the setting tonight. The sophomore in 3, Kiana Nelson, a junior, wears 4. Charlie Smith, a freshman outside hitter, wears 5. Madeline Graves, a senior opposite and defensive specialist. And Marina Hermosillo, Maddie Lehrkamp, Michaela Little, the freshman, who is our one to watch for the Huskies tonight. Then Cambry Malk on the outside, Marley Mumm, Cody Nelson, Adeline Parker, Jolie Lisney, and Gracie Norling round out the Wahpeton lineup. Then for Harley Bunky's Vikings, Ivy Trenbath, an outside hitting sophomore, Mallory Keller, a sophomore libero, Caitlin Brink, a senior defensive specialist, Jenner Jordime, an outside hitting junior, Lila Kittleson, who has been out with injury, a senior middle hitter, Crimson Lakowitzer, an outside hitting junior, Taylor Sanders, a sophomore, wearing number 9 tonight, Lauren Onken, a senior setter, Collins McQuillan, sophomore setter, Kate Odegaard, sophomore middle hitter, Sydney Spellhog, junior opposite, Jasmine Beauclair, senior opposite, Sierra Nipstad, a sophomore middle hitter, Bailey Neiman, a defensive specialist sophomore, and Kiara Janadasa, an outside hitting freshman. Those are your starting lineups. Those are your full lineups for both of these teams tonight. The Wahpeton Huskies coming into play again, 2-20 on the season, still looking for that first Region 1 victory. And then Kindred at 14-9, 6-4 within the region, would guarantee themselves no worse than the 4 seed tonight with a win and put them in play for a head-to-head for the 3rd seed coming up on November 4th against the Central Cache Squirrels here in Kindred. On the floor to start for the Vikings. In the back, you see libero Mallory Keller wearing the blue jersey with the rest of the squad wearing the white with blue trim. You also see Sanders, Onken, and Brink in the back. Up at the front, Odegaard and Jasmine Beauclair. Here is our first serve, and we are underway in Kindred. Beauclair lobs this one over. Free ball coming for the Huskies, and there is Little in the middle. Swing from Sanders, hung on to by the Huskies. They return fire. This one a push to the backside. A nice dig. And unable to get to that one. The Vikings were kind of scrambling as Onken was trying to work around a teammate. First point goes the way of Wahpeton. There's a big hit from Taylor Sanders, and that'll be her first kill of the night, and the Kindred faithful will come to a seat. Sanders serves middle. Here's the back set from Camry Malk and Marina Hermosillo, and a middle hitter wearing 7. She's on that right side of the floor. The lefty couldn't get that one over, so it is 2-1 Vikings. And this one is still going on. The Vikings were still playing it. It was a late whistle, but it eventually did get to the ground. Tied at 2. James with the serve. Nice set. Then Odegaard able to get a good swing off. And this time the left-handed tip will get a point for Kate Odegaard, the sophomore middle hitter for this Vikings lineup. With no Lila Kittleson, that's the place that they have gone a lot more with Odegaard. This one pushed out of play, and Kindred will get their largest lead of the first few points with a 4-2 lead on our Bank North scoreboard. James unable to angle this one over the net. And Wahpeton unable to return fire. We mentioned in pregame, first touch and getting that up to the setter and into the passing system as quickly as possible is going to be key for both of these teams. And there's a service error from Odegaard. And the set at the net, but sorry, Kittleson is in there, my bad. Lila Kittleson unable to get that one over, but good to see her that she is back in the lineup for this Viking squad. Had been out with an injury, but back in that starting lineup. to the outside. And there is Ivy Trenbath off a nice set. Going right in her wheelhouse. And the sophomore Trenbath able to connect and find a kill. There's a lot of good sophomores on this squad. You got Trenbath, Mallory Keller, the libero, Taylor Sanders, of course, Odegaard, McQuillan, just a lot of contributing pieces that are sophomores. What a save by Keller, dug out with a full extension dive. There's Trenbath again. Ivy Trenbath with back-to-back swings that put the Vikings on that Bank North scoreboard, now up 7-4. Here comes the set from James. Little with a good hit to the back row. But Sanders was there, a blast. And that one is gonna find the ground. I believe that was Jenner Jordan that might have been in on that play on the right side. Trenbath was also in the front row at the time. This one will sail out of play. And Kindred starting to rack up some points here in a hurry. Got to get off to fast starts and play some efficient ball at home is what you would hope, but this one is going to go into the net for a service error, second one of the set for the Vikings. Here is Little. We mentioned she serves well, and that was a good one. Trenbath will tip this one over. James on the second touch into a good spot, but it's recovered by the Vikings. This one off the front block, and Taylor Mauk able to get the kill for Wahpeton. Back-to-back points for the Huskies. There's an ace for Little as it's a dance party for the Huskies, now putting 3 straight points together. This is where you'd like to make up some ground with your best server. And it's an ace, a laser, 4 straight for Wahpeton. Good elevation on the jump serve, and Sanders was able to control it. An average look for Kindred off of that first few touches. This time they'll get an in-system ball. They'll go to the back row. Sanders is able to deposit that one down. That'll get a much-needed side out for the Vikings after allowing those 4 straight on the Little service streak. There's Caitlin Brink on the serve for Kindred. Free ball coming over. This quick touch. Sanders to the line. Got it. Could not place that one much better if you were Taylor Sanders. Found the corner, found the spot that she wanted, and she got it there with some precise accuracy. This serve will travel out of play. 3 service errors now for the Vikings, kind of helping the Huskies stick around. That plus that nice run that they had a moment ago, 4-0. Sanders off the block, but it was altered enough by Hermosillo and Lisney. Sanders again, but it's dug out by the libero Scobolt. This one pushed a little bit out by Camry Mauk, was shooting for that back corner, but that'll be Vikings point out of play. Funky tip at the net. Malk was able to glance it off of the front row. And that one spins over towards the scorer's table. It is a point for the Huskies. Back within 2. To the middle, and that one did not get over for Odegaard. A violent swing. If that had gotten over, would have been tough for the Huskies to handle, but it's in the net. A few too many hitting errors already for the Vikings that they would like in this first set. Sanders, though, will get one back, doing what she does best. There's Onken with the serve. Little will hit this one out of play. Tip at the net from Little is going to work, and sorry, that was actually Marina Hermosillo with the left hand. Here comes Little back into the game. Will replace Jolie Lisney. Set to the outside. Odegaard goes short. Free ball coming. See where Onken decides to go. Outside for Sanders. Tip, and it works. You're just gearing up for a lot of power when you see Taylor Sanders coming through at the net with a free look. But she goes tip game and able to use the crafty play to get the point. It's 4 kills already for the sophomore Sanders. Little will shove this one to the back row. Odegaard with a blast. Drops on the scorer's table, and that will be another one for Kindred, including Odegaard's second kill of the set. Fourth service error of the set for Kindred. No timeouts have been called by either side. It's been a fairly close, contested first set. James with that serve, going for Onken. And Odegaard had to reach back, but was able to adjust and find a good spot on the line. Third kill, Kate Odegaard. There is the first timeout of the set. We'll break for 30 seconds, come back with our timeout brought to you by Kindred State Bank.
The Ring Neck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ring Neck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ring Neck on Facebook. That's the Ring Neck in Leonard.
Welcome back here on your live event. This time out brought to you by Kindred State Bank. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. As Mika James and the Wahpeton Huskies talking things over, down 4 on the road in set number 1, trying to rally after they've had some good positive moments in this set. Don't want to let things get out of hand if possible. Trenbath led a little bit too far into the net. And the Huskies do get one right out of the break. The Huskies do have some good athleticism in that front row that can jump on the block and really affect a top scorer pretty well. seen that a few times where that block has stifled a Kindred swing. This one is sent over and beyond the back line by the Huskies. Serve from Collins McQuillan. Huskies certainly not going away in this first set. Good to see a competitive showing. They went on a 4-0 run the last time Michaela Little was at the service line, but this time it ends up in the net. Here's Caitlin Brink, senior defensive specialist, sending this one over, an overpass, and the quick ups in the middle. That was Lila Kittleson getting up and puts that one quickly on the ground, taking advantage of that overpass. First touch, second touch still on that back line. And the third is out of play. That's a tough place to live if you're the Huskies. You want to get that first touch moving in the right direction towards the setter. Get yourself in system. That time unable to do so, and Kindred extends the lead. Tip over at the net. Kittleson bats this one to the very back. Second touch goes over. Set coming. Sanders blocked. Kindred able to recover momentarily. Yes. Mallory Keller, the libero, able to get that one over. It's lofted out by the Huskies. And what looked to be a surefire point for Wahpeton turns into one for Kindred off of some hustle plays. But you got to credit that block for Wahpeton. The front row is doing its job, even against some of the top swings for the Vikings. They've been there to alter them. Tip at the net, it's blocked by Kittleson. Largest lead of the set, another timeout called by Mika James. 23-15. This timeout again brought to you by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. We'll be right back.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Tick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This time I'm brought to you by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Taylor Sanders, your leading scorer with 4 kills. Kate Odegaard's got 3 on the Wahpeton side. Taylor Mauk has got 2. Michaela Little and Cambry Mauk have 1. Gets us to our 23-15 score. Lisney unable to get this one over, and it'll be set point for Kindred. The 7-0 run for the Vikings. This one was 17-15 not long ago. This one blocked away, that'll do it. Kindred able to take the first set, 25-15 after a feisty showing from the Huskies. The Vikings able to find some rhythm at the end of the first set. We'll get to your first set recap, brought to you by First Class Mortgage around the break.
Fall is here, and that means harvest will ramp up quickly. How did your planter do this spring? Did you have the correct down pressure? Was your singulation spot on? Did you need row cleaners or a better closing system? This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, and we are here to help. Discounts, 0% financing, and $50 per row rebates on most all systems will give you the tools to improve your planter pass. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Have a safe and profitable harvest.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Time for our First Class Mortgage first set recap. Locally owned and operated, First Class Mortgage is more than just the company name, it's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation, providing first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. Well, Chase Miller's got a good one over in Northern Cass, and this is why you don't necessarily hope to get the Jaguars in round one of the Region 2 tournament, and Kindred has a chance at being that team that plays Northern Cass. It's about a 50-50. If they win tonight, then they have to beat the Central Cass Squirrels on this home floor, and they would get the 3 seed to face Lisbon instead of Northern Cass. The Jaguars are up 25-24. Must win by 2 still in that first set, of course. So ongoing at first set at Northern Cass. Chase Miller on the call. And it is a close one. Nick Tice's Jaguar squad playing at a high level. And the Jaguars do win set number 1 at home. 26-24 is that official first set final. This one sent out. Back-to-back aces by Tess Jalbert to win the set for Northern Cass. Incredible dig by James, keeping this one alive. And that one sent out, but a touch. Knocks us back up at 1 on the Bank North scoreboard. Lots of good action going on around Region 1, Region 2. Thompson able to take the first set from HCV. James going to loft this one over. Free ball coming. We'll see what the Vikings can do with it. Jenner Jordan couldn't quite get it down. Nice play by Maya James to keep that one up. Good dig. Sanders winds, fires, detonates. 5 kills for the sophomore Sanders. Tip from Kittleson. Here comes a swing from Kiana Nelson. Dug out by the Vikings, and then Sanders. Another one. There's not much you can do to stop that. If it gets through the front row clean like that, it is a tough one to dig. (4-1) Vikings. They've taken the last 4 after Wahpeton got the first point of set number 2. 25-15 final for Kindred winning set one if you're just joining us here on your live event. This one ends up going long on serve from Kindred. Elise Scovold, the libero, sends over the serve for the Huskies, but Sanders on a roll. That's 3 straight. 7 kills for the sophomore. Not much that Wahpeton has to offer as of now in terms of answers for Taylor Sanders. And an ace. We'll get one more on the board for the Vikings on that Bank North scoreboard. That serve, an ace courtesy of Lauren Onken. Little with a line drive push. Onken the first touch. Sanders again, no, it's going to be into the net. That ends a 5-1 run for Kindred. And that one will get the net. Here is Sanders now, the hot hand to serve. Free ball coming. Onken sets for Beauclair, just a tip. Swan over in a good spot from Keon Nelson. Vikings able to recover. Here's Little. And that'll eventually find the ground after a couple of diving attempts for Kindred. That's the second kill tonight for Michaela Little. Trenbath with some good elevation, able to power through. Blocked away at the net. And that one will land. It'll be in favor of Kindred. Collins McQuillan was there in the area for the block. That one eats up a Vikings defender, and that is a kill for Little. She'll get the service line now. Good serve, pinning the Vikings deep end. Unable to return fire. That's what a good serve can do. It might not have been an ace necessarily getting down right away. But man, when you get pinned back there, it makes it hard to operate efficiently on the offensive end. From the back row, Sanders runs into one. This one nearly went in the basketball hoop. Tip over, and down it goes. Left-handed stab by Odegaard for her fourth. A little bit of an overpass. Batted back, though, by the Huskies. Here comes Sanders from the back row. Just a hitting clinic on display here tonight from Taylor Sanders. Here comes the set from Mauk. Tipped over at the middle of the net from the Huskies. Wahpeton unable to recover. Malka set this time for James. Led her into the net and was not unable to get the tip to go. Blocked away at the net. Odegaard is there, sends it back and gives Kindred a 14-6 lead. There's McQuillan with the serve. Lobbed over, free ball coming. McQuillan sets middle, Odegaard, and that'll work. Off the ceiling and straight down. That's now 5 kills for Kate Odegaard. Trenbath, the tip, it's going to pin them back, but a nice touch from Scovolt. Helps the Huskies recover. Jordan with a big swing, but it's blocked and lands out. Jenner Jordan with her 3rd kill. Taylor Mauk with the set, but the outside hitter and Cambry Mauk unable to get that one over. 17-6. Kindred on top, timeout called by the Huskies.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Kindred up 17-6 in set number 2. That timeout brought to you by Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Taylor Sanders leads the way with 8 kills. Odegaard's got 4. Trenbath and Jordan both with 3. Kittleson with 2. Balanced effort led by Sanders, though, as the Vikings often are. Feeling good, up 1 set to none. Now in set 2 with a strong, commanding 17-6 lead. Serve into the net. One thing that the Vikings would like to clean up is that service. They've had a few too many errors, but it hasn't cost them too much. They've been superb defensively tonight. Trenbath blocked away at the net by Cambry Mauk. Vikings will reset, send a free ball over, but Scovolt wasn't able to do much with it. Odegaard, tip at the net, and it comes straight back. Adeline Parker in there seeing some time now, and Wahpeton trying to develop some of that younger talent. They get a point back there. Jordan running into it. It was, let's see. Whatever the case is, it's going to be Wahpeton point. I didn't think that one ever got over, and it will be Huskies point, 17-9. Odegaard in the middle, able to just elevate a bit higher than that Huskies front row. Gets the tip, and down it goes. To the outside, Jordan. Quality look to a quality hitter. Jenner Jordan able to smash that one into the hardwood. Tip does climb the net and get over. Cambry Malk is first to touch. McQuillan was getting led into the net, so she's just going to pop this one over. Sanders able to do her job again. The setter's doing a nice job feeding the hitters tonight. Sanders up to 9 kills, working on double digits before set number 2 comes to a close. Jordan a little bit short that time. Vikings still feeling comfortable doubling up. Wahpeton on the Bank North scoreboard at the moment. This one will land just out of play. Good discerning eye from the Kindred back row. Here's Odegaard. And that one just drops in the middle of that Vikings defense. Marina Hermosillo able to get that one to drop. Third kill of the night for Hermosillo. Here comes Scovolt. And rotating out to the right side, Lila Kittleson with a blast that Scovolt just put her hands up in protection, but was unable to keep it up. This one sliced out. (23-11). Onken the serve. This one's gonna sail out of play. Wahpeton just having a tough time keeping that offense in rhythm and system and organized. Batted at the net, and a nice one by Little. That Kindred defense got a little bit too close to the net, and it cost them a point. Setter Taylor Malk to serve. Oh, what a block, but it ends up out of play. Little was there. Gotta give her some credit, but Sanders will win that battle officially. So that is 10 kills now for Taylor Sanders. Still sitting at 9 on the scoreboard, actually. So at the end of 2 sets, Kindred on top 2 sets to none on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll come back with our set recap brought to you by First Class Mortgage in a moment.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on yourliveevent.com. Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six for
Takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on yourliveevent.com. Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
As we're coming back here for set number 3, the Kindred Vikings have been dominant tonight. Wahpeton's put up a solid fight with the weapons that they've got. The block has shown up at times. They've had some decent runs. Michaela Little's had some flashes as well, the freshman. That's probably that top prospect over there on the Huskies side. But nonetheless, the Vikings up 2-0 and with one more set victory, clinching a match, they will have locked up a top 4 seed in Region 1 standings, and then have a winner take the 3 seed, loser take the 4 seed match against Central Cass. And that will be November 4th for that match. First Class Mortgage set recap as the Vikings winning 25-12 in that last set. Then over at Northern Cass, we had mentioned earlier, Northern Cass 26-24 steals the first set from Oak Grove, but the Grovers making no doubt about it in the second. They were up at one point 19-4. It's currently 22-8. So a tale of 2 sets. One going one way, just barely for Northern Cass, getting the victory in set 1, and then a decisive set 2 blowout to this point for the Grovers to strike back. Sanders off the fingertips a little bit on that one, sends it long. Maya James will send that one into the net. 1 apiece. Just one ace from the Vikings in the lineup at the moment. The serve-receive has not given up a ton of aces tonight for Wahpeton, so that's a good sign that they've been able to continue play for a while. Nice dig from Scovolt. We'll keep this play alive. Another one from Scovolt on the Trenbath hit, and Wahpeton again. Feisty defense scrapping it out, the block. Cambry Mauk was there. And Mauk on the line. What a point for the Huskies. One of the longer points we've seen tonight, and the Huskies battling hard, and an ace. Cambry Malk gets the ace after being a driving factor of that last point. 3-1 Wahpeton, but that one's into the net. Taylor Malk sets for Kiana Nelson. Big swing from Trenbath, but it's dug out. The Wahpeton unable to return fire. Hermosillo gears up, but comes up empty that time. A joust at the net, this one won by Hermosillo. Able to get a point right back after whiffing on the last swing, good to see. Trenbath able to slice this one across and picks up her 4th kill of the night, as the Vikings have recaptured the lead on the Bank North scoreboard. Later tonight, we'll have our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match and Agassi Precision Ag Play of the Match, so keep tuned in for that whenever our postgame rolls around to crown our awards of the night. That one gets planted on the Wahpeton side after some touch plays at the net. It'll be Lila Kittleson picking up her 4th of the night. Trenbath able to climb the block. Little and Nelson were there, but it just climbed over the fingertips. Rolled up, and it's another kill for Trenbath. Such a balanced effort tonight for Kindred. The setters spreading the wealth around. That'll be a point Kindred on a lift. Trenbath's got 5. Jordan's got 4. Kittleson's got 4 kills. 9 for Sanders, 5 for Odegaard. The only player without a kill or without at least 4 on the floor right now for Kindred is the setter, Collins McQuillan, who's been doing a lot of the distribution tonight. Big swing from Little, gets rejected, and then Kittleson fired up. Big time play for Kittleson. Here's McQuillan with a short serve. And gearing up was Kittleson for another one, but she'll hit that one twice, and it'll go back to Wahpeton, 9-5. Serve comes up short. 10-5, Vikings on top of the Bank North scoreboard. The Grovers able to strike back and win 25-13 in set number 2 on the road against Northern Cass after they dropped the first one, 26-24. So that one's tied at 1 set apiece. Valley City wins the first over Lisbon, 25-21 on that. Here is Caitlin Brink working with a 6-point lead already. Line drive serve in a good spot. Here comes James. Comes up low. Valley City trying to lock in the 1 seed. Grovers also control their own destiny for the 2 seed as long as they can get a win tonight. There's an ace for Brink. Sanders able to add another one, powering through the block from Taylor Malk, and just not as much height in that Wahpeton front row. They're doing their best to get up and try to stop these hitters for Kindred, but it's the 10th kill for Sanders as she pops this one up, but Little sends it back down. Michaela Little takes advantage of a mistake and plants it down. Jordan working from that right side. Tried to slice that one across, but it comes up in the net. Serve goes long. Kittleson will check out. Odegaard is back in. Last week we saw Sierra Nipstad in the lineup in that middle with no Kittleson, but she's taken a seat with Lila back in the lineup tonight. This is a nice play for the Huskies, getting one back. Just shows how many options that Kindred offense has to attack with. There is a third ace on the night for Michaela Little, but that one will find the net. Lauren Onken in with the serve and drops it down on the back line. That is an ace. Her second of the contest. A second stab at it from Odegaard, and the Vikings watch it drop on the logo. Kiana Nelson will sub in after Gracie Norling's brief stint. Odegaard patiently lets it come down, and Taylor Malk was unable to save it. Add one more for Odegaard. Huskies scrambling, but unable to return. 19-10. Vikings on top, as they have been for the majority of this match. Big swing, Odegaard, and adds another one. That Wahpeton block is trying, and they're getting hands on the ball, but they just haven't been able to quite square it up. But they work hard, there's no doubt about it. Onken set outside for Beauclair. Beauclair couldn't keep that one up. Serve from Cambry Malk. The junior Odegaard with the swing, but it's dug out by Taylor Malk. This one curled into the net. The sophomore Odegaard going to work. This one is going to be an ace as it goes over into the scorer's table. Another ace serve coming courtesy of number 12. Free ball opportunity. Onken going left side for Trenbath. Down it goes. Down the line, just out of play on match point for Kindred. It's a service error. I'll try to earn it from the defensive side. And what's the call here? It'll be Wahpeton point. Slow to signal, but it was 4 hits as Kittleson's never got over. And an ace serve from Elise Scobold. This one will drop on the line, and that'll do it. 3-0 is your final from Kindred. The Vikings take care of business and lock up a top 4 seed, and it will result in a battle against Central Cass on November 4th to see who gets the 3 seed and the Broncos in the playoffs, and who gets the 4 seed and Northern Cass in the playoffs first round from Valley City in the Region 1 tournament. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game show, bring you our awards of the night, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match, and our Ag Seed Precision Ag Play of the Match. We'll get that when we come back from our break.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com's postgame show now. After the Bank North scoreboard reads Kindred 3-0 on the home floor, they get a victory to force that winner take the 3-seed match against Central Cass on November 4th, a week from now. And let's take a look at the unofficial stat breakdown for the Vikings tonight. Leading the way in kills, Taylor Sanders gets into double digits with 10. Kate Odegaard had 7 and an ace. Lauren Onken had a couple aces. 1 for Caitlin Brink. 5 kills for Lila Kittleson. 6 for Ivy Trenbeth and 4 for Jenner Jordheim, as everyone got in on a little bit of the action tonight. Everyone gets a piece of the pie as it was dosed out by Lauren Onken and Collins McQuillan, the couple setters on this Kindred squad. Time for our Agassi Precision Ag play of the match. 3 aces for Michaela Little. And that powerful serve that she's got created some energy for the Kindred for the Wahpeton Huskies here tonight. Was one of the bright spots for that roster. The freshman Michaela Little, with 3 kills, 3 aces, was the leading player for Wahpeton. Couple kills for Taylor Mauk and Marina Hermosillo and Cambry Mauk. Elise Scovold had some nice defensive plays and an ace. An ace also as well for Mauk. And we'll take a quick break here after we shout out our friends at Agassi Precision Ag. Agassi Precision Ag is your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro. We thank them for sponsoring the precision play of the night, which is, again, the Michaela Little serving streak and 3 aces that she recorded. We'll take a quick break and see who we can find for interviews post-game for the Kindred side when they emerge from the locker room.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller. And I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Fall is here, and that means harvest will ramp up quickly. How did your planter do this spring? Did you have the correct down pressure? Was your singulation spot on? Did you need row cleaners or a better closing system? This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, and we are here to help. Discounts, 0% financing, and $50 per row rebates on most all systems will give you the tools to improve your planter pass. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Have a safe and profitable harvest.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Welcome back. I've got Taylor Sanders with me, and she is our Enbridge Energy player of the match here tonight. And Taylor, take me through just the journey of this game, getting into the double-digit kill range, a familiar territory for you, and getting it done in 3 sets too.
I think just coming out strong from the beginning. We started with a strong rotation, and I think we just finished it all on the end and really worked together.
What teammates do you have to shout out? It seemed like a pretty balanced performance tonight across the scoreboard for you.
Yeah, I think Ivy Trembeth and Jenna Jornheim, our other pins, really kept swinging and just kept swinging to get hard kills.
Definitely. And it seemed like the Wahpeton block had some decent moments here tonight at times. So what was the challenge just overcoming that and getting around it?
Yeah, I think whatever set you're given, you kind of have to find holes and work with different shots that you can hit.
And now with this victory here, you set up a winner gets the 3-seed scenario against Central Cass here next week. So how big is that match for you guys in trying to overtake them in the standings?
Yeah, really big. I think it all starts in practice where we need to work hard and prepare and just believe in each other that we can do it.
What's going to be the keys to defeating a team like Central Cass? What things are you going to be going over in practice to prepare for them?
I think really limiting our errors and working and being in the right spots on defense a lot.
And what has Coach Bunky just been able to instill in you guys since taking over? And then for what has she helped you guys along with throughout this season?
I think just her believing in us and her making us work hard in practice really helps us excel in games.
How far do you think this team can go once getting to tournament time, which is coming up not too far from now?
Hopefully far. I think if we work hard and trust each other, we can do a lot of things.
we're looking forward to seeing how it goes. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the victory tonight.
Thank you.
That's Taylor Sanders joining us on our post-game show.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. This is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game award being handed out to Taylor Sanders, who just stopped by. Sanders picks up double-digit kills tonight and propels the Vikings to a 3-0 victory at home, setting up that game against Central Cass coming up next week on November the 4th right here. The Vikings will host and try to take away that 3 seed from Central Cass at the buzzer right before we get into tournament time. Winner will face Lisbon. Loser will face Northern Cass, who has already taken a set from 2 seed Oak Grove tonight, and Valley City looking to clinch that 1 seed later tonight as well. So make sure to tune in to the rest of the games here still going on your live event. With this one finishing up a little bit early, still plenty of time left to go. Check out those. And of course, Enbridge Energy supporting our player of the game tonight. Enbridge Energy for Life. Visit Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Taylor Sanders is your player of the match. Thank you to all of our sponsors here tonight for taking us the distance and helping us get on the air each and every night. We couldn't do it without the support of our local sponsors and businesses like the ones that you've seen here tonight. So please give them your business whenever possible, and keep the lights on, keep it running here at your live event. We really appreciate you all for tuning in here tonight. Josh Boyko signing off from Kindred. Thanks for joining us.